This is a LOZZAMUSIC exclusive.
Yeah, I can remember the first song I ever wrote. It was called I Can't Breathe. It was slightly, obvious, but it was, the first time I had a proper crack at songwriting, and I think it worked out quite well. It's listenable. I've definitely written some more since then, which aren't. Yeah, the lyrics were something like, jealousy doesn't get you very close to me. That's pretty much all I remember, to be honest. I'm the type of student that I was at school. I was cheeky, I think, and mischievous. I think a lot of teachers would say that I was terrible, and I think a lot of teachers would wish that I wasn't at school for very long. But I think a lot of my mishaps were down to just being curious and being a normal child growing up and not generally wanting to do what people tell me to do. She did used to work for him. It was a short spell, and I did get to meet him once. I was very young though, and so I don't really remember it, but I just remember him being very tall. I had one job before I started singing, and I was a waitress in Chiswick in the cafe in the park, and I did enjoy it. I quite enjoyed sort of going up the ranks and going from cleaning tables to working on the tills to sort of communicating, but I knew that my favourite part was sort of communicating with people, and it didn't allow me to do that as much as I wanted to do, so I left. Being discovered by my managers was slightly random and just very lucky, I think, in my case. My singing teacher knew one of my managers from a previous thing they'd done together, and they bumped into each other at a gig, and my manager asked my singing teacher, is there anyone that you're teaching at the moment that could be of any interest to us, and literally just passed on my details, and from there they chucked me in the studio, and I started developing.
I've been waiting all night for you to tell me what you want. Tell me that you need me. I've been waiting all night for your door.
I think after everything that I have experienced with the Rudimental Boys in the last year, we've had some incredible gigs, nights, and some experiences. But I think maybe it's slightly obvious of me to say, but one of the highlights in my life, let alone in my career with Rudimental, was playing the Brit Awards this year. Being especially collaborating with Bastille, who I've also worked with before, being on stage with such incredible artists watching us, and being a part of it all, and then also to win Best Single just before we performed really topped the night off. So that was definitely a movie moment for me. Which member am I closest to? I don't know. I don't know if I can answer that question without getting in trouble. I'm just gonna say Leon, because he's probably the one who's gonna give me the most flack for not saying his name. So, got your back, Leon. I have worked with Disclosure. A lovely afternoon up in the countryside with those boys. I'm not sure you'll ever hear it, but I wouldn't write off working with them again. They're really lovely. I got to spend a bit of time with them at the Brits, and so I think they're smashing at the moment, so absolutely. Top 5 albums of all time. Kish Cash, Basement Jaxx, my favourite album. I'm going to say Gold Wrap, but I can't remember which one. It's in my car, but I can't remember which one it is. Lana Del Rey, her first album. Beyonce, Crazy in Love, my favourite album. And Lauryn Hill, Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. Hi, this is Eyre, and you're watching LOZZAMUSIC.
Check out Ella Eyre on LOZZAMUSIC's Nokia Mix Radio playlist. Available now on all Nokia smartphones.
Tell me what you want, tell me that you deep, babe. I've been waiting all night for your door.